For artists only, for artists only, only. Hey, for artists only tarot. Some messages today. I was like, let me get into music. I'm about to start performing live again. And I thought, you know what? I bet I'm not the only one. So I asked Spirit what we need to learn. I have some cards pulled out. These two came out in the pre-shuffle, and I thought, what a perfect pair. So we got Dolly Parton and Johnny Cash. And right away, I was like, oh my God, Dolly is all about, oh, hold on, let me put this down. Dolly's all about like having a good personality, being like fun and really talented musician, really talented singer, but also super humble and super comfortable with herself. And then Johnny Cash, of course, was like, let me sing for the backstage, right? I'm singing for the guy in the back. I'm singing for the guy that's the underdog, and just really had a good sense of his audience. So I was drawn to Dolly. She said, the higher the heels, the closer to God or heaven. Caution will get you nowhere, and the most precious diamonds are sometimes disguised as rhinestones. And I love that. Because really the difference between a diamond and a rhinestone is authenticity, right? And Dolly is anything but authentic. 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 Yeah. Why does that sound funny? Anyway, Johnny Cash, of course, he says, making the right enemies is important as making right friends. Heaven or hell, it's up to you, and darkness is your friend. And I really like that because I've been performing by myself for a really long time. I've been singing for crows and flies and just for myself, really, just to keep myself in shape because I've been working on composing for a while. And so that's where a lot of your exploration comes from, in the darkness and being allowed to have time to work on my craft without scrutiny, I think has been beneficial. And I think most of you probably found that beneficial as well. But now it is time to come into the light, and Dolly is definitely the light. So, in the honor of Dolly's rhinestones, I pulled two cards from what's this deck called again? The archetype deck. And I got the mentor and I got medallion. And the mentor was really interesting. Let me read this for you. This book is actually, I know it gets annoying when readers read from the book, but this is actually really beneficial. This particular deck benefits greatly from the book. So anyway, it is said that cosmic knowledge pours down on the world like a great illuminated waterfall. This can be an overwhelming force, the true teacher, though it is said to be able to hold its flow of wisdom at bay while the student sips from the focused stream. The mentor archetype has a gift for reading the room, for sensing the exact ingredient that will stimulate growth within the student, whether pleasant or painful. The mentor may appear aloof or unavailable, harsh or tender, harmonious or rigid. Their gift is to know what serves the soul. Ultimately, the mentor is in service of the greatest cosmic good and aids in the elevation of consciousness. Anytime the mentor forgets this humble link and mistakes themselves for the source of enlightenment, the archetype falls into shadow. So again, back into darkness, and maybe some people met a lot of shadow with performing. I know that, there's a really toxic element right now in the music industry. So some of you could be dealing with that and being ready to come out of the darkness and out of your shadow to presenting not even your music, just any kind of work that you've created that you think is worthy of presentation. You will know when it's time for that. No one can decide that for you. But being the mentors, knowing, not only how to counsel others, but how to counsel self. And I've been dealing with a lot of creators lately, including myself, who are more focused on conscious creation and where we're directing our audience and the world really in that way, which is something greatly lacking again from the music industry. It's not to be critical of people and what they're writing, but it just can't be all there is, right? This is art. Art is supposed to teach and move and heal and make you comfortable or uncomfortable, yada, yada. Anyway, the medallion was also really good. Speaking of sunshine, and there's only the first bit, so I won't read the whole thing, but it's page 183 if you have the deck. The passing of a sacred object is an ancient ritual within families, between lovers, and in tribes across the globe. We gift jewels, treasures, keepsakes, and mementos of all kinds, some of great material value, others that hold emotional resonance, and still others that both. Yet, when these gifts are bestowed upon us, it is important to recognize that they might bind us to an unspoken agreement or promise. And I don't know how many people are into the Most High or the Divine or God or whatever you call how you worship. But if you've been given the gift of being able to create, or you've allowed yourself to wake up enough so that you could be a creator, it is definitely um, your responsibility to those gifts to be respectful of, you know, to honor them. So I really liked that. And then also, of great value. And Dolly was talking about diamonds and rhinestones. And again, authenticity is the difference between a diamond and a rhinestone. And definitely, what do I want to say? A part of your gift will be being authentic, especially if you've honed your craft and worked really hard. Yeah. So then I went to Jack. Jack is a messenger friend of mine. You either know or you don't know. But Jack gave us the Ace of Wands for Johnny. So that's igniting, knowing what to ignite the student, how to ignite your audience, excuse me. And, it's funny, Johnny has fire around his head in this. So definitely. And then the mentor, there's lots of little sparks of fire. And this is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is usually, an ignition of an idea or a passion, something, igniting in you creatively. So I think that's really cool, and it says a lot. And then Jack wanted us to see the King of Cups and the Six of Cups. And in this deck is a lot different than the Walter Waite. And I see this as, what you are watching yourself when you're performing. Make sure that you are really your authentic self. You are sitting and comfortable with who you are. If you're comfortable with who you are, that's the sexiest thing you can wear, right? Doesn't Dolly say that? I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure she did at some point. Then I went to it was called to the Sign of the Times deck, and I got Anchor In and Fun. And I think that's something that will echo again in this read, to make sure that you are centered and anchored in yourself and stable in yourself. That'll be the best way that you can present what you are creating. And then also just, if you don't know, say, I don't know. That's always like really important. And then Flamingo, having fun. Having fun is key. We're having music. I mean, what is that? There's like a saying. It's like, take to the ends of the earth, throw them down, have them lose everything, but for God's sake, make people laugh. So, and then I further that with this, the Everyday Tarot, the King of Blades, the Ten of Blades, and the Seven of Blades. And again, here I'm drawn to feeling like there is, a lot of trouble and sadness and things going on in the world. It's not just about having fun, but it's about knowing how, with the King of Swords here and the Ace of Wands, how to ignite people out of this energy, or at least through this energy. Because, of course, everyone has to go through what they're going through. And what we're doing as artists and creators is making things that will help people through these times. And then we have a crow here, and I have a lot of communication with crows right now. So I asked the crow what it wanted us to know, and it wanted us to remind ourselves of our nature, that we're also building community whilst we're doing this. So make sure that you're conscious of that. and then again to play and have fun. So for the very last bit here, I'm going to pull a few charms and see what we get, and then we'll finish the read. This wasn't so bad. We're doing musicians first. This is personal. Let's see, what else do we need to know? Hold on, let me pull all this out here. Oh yeah, heart was stuck on my hands. Let me see if I can get this. Grab heart. Where'd it go? Heart. What do we need to know? I pull differently with charms than others readers. Oh yeah. We have a lotus pad, a measuring cup, heart, and cheer bear. And it's funny that we have the measuring cup. I get it often. I'm not really sure. Let's see if we can get any more clarification with some charms here. Oh, yes, okay. Yep. All right. Judgment, justice, and Da Vinci's man. Yeah. If anything in this stands out to any of you, feel free to add your 2 cents. Oh, Ganesh again. I keep seeing elephants. From time to time, I get messages from deities, so that's actually for me. But if it helps and resonates with you, then by all means. Okay, let's get a couple more here. Right. Definitely want to keep in mind what your bearing is, where you're headed, because there's a lot out there to get you off your path. Not just, the big bad music or art monopolists, but also, people in your own family can do things to distract you, get you off your mark. So make sure that you are, when you shoot straight, you pull back hard and you don't let anything get you off course. Because it is, again, all about cultivating that environment where, people are blooming and healing. And I don't necessarily think you need to cheer people up with your work, but definitely it helps right now. I think a lot of people are dealing with PTSD. I know I am, not just from personal stuff, but just all the stuff that we've all been through over the last few years. Yeah, balance. Balance again with the scales and with the measuring cup and with Da Vinci's man. Yeah, what are you cultivating in the heart? Let's see if there's anything else, any more clarification, and then I will split the deck on Bob, and he will have the last word. Let's see here. What's this say? Family is forever. Yep. You're building a family. You're building a community. So make sure that when you build your community, just like the crow said, that you know what direction you're heading them in. All right, and Bob says, these things live right in your brush. All you have to do is shake them out. All right, that is the first artist only tarot read. I don't think it's very good, but thank you for sticking to the end. I hope you liked the video, and I will have my apothecary up soon, so there will be things. But until then, please subscribe, hit all the buttons, and I'll see you later. Good luck creating, creators. Keep going. We're almost there. Don't be scared.